What's really interesting over the last 10 years especially is the amount of seed and Series A capital that has prospered and grown in Canada. The amount of funding that is going into seed stage companies in any given year in the last few years has dwarfed massively the activity that we saw just even 5 or 10 years ago.
I think there's a ton of benefits to being a CCP, so a Canadian Controlled Private Corporation. Right off the bat, you get 3 things. Your first $500,000 of income tax is going to be lower, you get SHRED, and you get a capital gains exemption, which is great for your employees. So I've obviously thought about this a lot, as you can tell. I don't see any benefit of incorporating in the US, at least not when you're starting your business, because there's such great things you can take advantage of a Canadian Controlled Private Corporation in the early days of Canada.
We need smart capital. Not just capital, there's lots of startup capital in this country. There's not a shortage, but there's a shortage of smart capital. Smart capital that has a 10-year window to it plus. Type of capital you see often in the Valley in the United States. Smart capital that brings ideas and brings support network and helps you grow that company.
Smart capital means capital that comes with experience. Smart capital is about investors that have been there before, that have built companies before.
500 Startups is a core believer that 90% of the value investors can provide is writing the check in the first place, and the other 10% comes from network connections. I think the real true value comes from them opening doors to other key players in the market, whether that be follow-on investors, whether that be customers, whether that be partners or ultimate acquirers.
I think if you're building something interesting, the opportunities will be there, and I think it's really on sort of the entrepreneur to go out and create those opportunities and find ways to get that deal done. And it's really easy to say this is hard, fundraising is hard, investors aren't coming to me, but ultimately the good companies get funded in any climate.
The seed investors are all telling entrepreneurs to be ambitious, try to build something that can be as big as possible. The engineers here are the best in the world. You know, some of the best entrepreneurs, people running the best companies in the US are Canadian.
When entrepreneurs are going out to raise money, it's really important for them to think about the big picture and be describing that to potential investors. But I think it's really important to talk about what the plan is 3-5 years out ahead and then bring it back to what you're doing today to get there.